is cold outside. I mean cold outside. And when it gets cold outside, I love my comfort food. And for me, one of my absolute favorites is chunky chicken chili. My God, it is delicious, thick and rich. We're making it. I had purchased skin on bone-in chicken thighs. This is half of them. I'm gonna go over and show you all how I make my chicken for this chili. We are using cannellini beans, which is nothing but white kidney beans, and a host of other things for our chili. Got a couple of secret ingredients that you absolutely must use for an amazing chili. This is bone-in, skin-on chicken. I have already removed the skin. We will cook it with the bone in, and yes, my chicken is washed, okay? We will remove the bone and any cartilage or anything afterwards. I also cut off the excess fat. We're going to cook these in the air fryer. You can use the oven if you want to. That's just fine as well. So I'm going to put them in the air fryer basket, and we're going to season them up from here. You want to actually put some olive oil on them. Just drizzle some olive oil on them. I'm just doing one side at a time. I am going to be using my Pam's Prep Fiery Hot seasoning. Now you can use the no salt, you can use the classic, but I like a little kick in my chili anyway, so this is just perfect for that. So we're going to sprinkle this on generously and rub it in. Make sure you get in all the crevices and things with it. Rub it in really well. And we're going to actually cook it bone side up first. All right, so now we flip it over. We don't have to flip it again. And on this side, I'm going to drizzle a little bit more olive oil. Rub that in, and again add your Pam's Prep Fiery Hot seasoning to the other side. Okay, you want to go in and you want to rub this in as well. This is going to give our chicken really flavorful. One thing I found that a lot of times when people cook chicken chili, they just put the chicken in there and they depend on the seasoning from the chili to make it flavorful. But you want every bite to have flavor, and in that case you must season in layers. Preheat your air fryer to 385 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to cook it for 12 minutes per side. So 12 minutes on this side, flip it over in 12 minutes. Now, because everyone's air fryer is different, make sure it is at a temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Wash my hand. I'll be right back. So now we just put our basket in here, turn it on, and let her go. Okay, so our second chicken is done. Looks delicious just as it is. While it was cooking, I cut up my tomatoes, my bell peppers, and my onion. So there's no time wasted there. Go ahead and get that cut up. And now we're going to cut up our chicken. I'm going to let that cool. This looks delicious just as it is. Look at that chicken, guys. Look at it. Nice steam is still coming out of it. Just so you all can see, because I used the liner, I don't have to clean my air fryer. I'm just saying. Okay, so we want to cut our chicken. Make sure you cut it off the bone. Get all the pieces of meat that you can off of the chicken bone, okay? Now, I am not actually going to throw my bones away. I am going to keep them, freeze them, and this is what I'll be making when I get enough of them for my chicken broth. All that little extra meat and the cartilage and everything makes an amazing chicken broth, okay? So you just want to cut it into chunks. You can cut it into any size you want. I kind of like it into bite-sized pieces because when I get a spoonful, I want to make sure that I don't have to cut anything in order to get my chicken. And while you're cutting it up, taste the piece because it is delicious. So I'm going to cut all this chicken up and we'll be back. Okay, we are adding a little olive oil to our pot. Saute your onions. Your green and red bell peppers as well, all together. You just want to cook this for about 2 or 3 minutes. Let the onions kind of come translucent, and the green peppers will just soften just a little bit. Now we're going to add in our tomatoes. Always give everything a stir once you add the addition tomato paste. Adding in our beans. Chicken. Chili powder. Paprika. Cumin. Garlic powder. And some of my Pam's Prep classic seasoning. You can add in some of the fiery hot too as well if you want that kick. Give that a stir. Adding in just a little bit more chili powder. This is smelling amazingly delicious. I am now going in with some homemade vegetable broth. You can use chicken broth or whatever you have. And to that, I'm going to add water. Turn my stove up and bring it up to a boil. Okay, once we are up to a rapid boil like that, we want to turn our heat down and we're going to simmer. Okay? We're going to simmer this for about 15-20 minutes. Then we'll be adding in our other ingredients. Okay? And this is looking delicious. Oh my goodness. Because I have an electric stove, I'm going to leave the top off just for a few minutes. It'll encourage it to go ahead and reduce to simmer a little quicker than if I put the top right on it immediately. Okay, we are simmering pretty good. Once you start to simmer pretty good, you want to go in with about a tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. The better cocoa powder you use, the better the flavor. Do not skip this step. I know you're saying chocolate and chili. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. This gives it that authentic flavor. Now we're going to add one more ingredient that's going to even take it over the top for a more authentic flavor. But we'll get to that one shortly, okay? So I'm just going to stir in a spoon of this. Just a spoonful. That's all you need. Give that a good stir. Make sure it's well blended. And we're going to continue to simmer this with the chocolate in it for about another 5 minutes. And as you can see, it's starting to thicken up some, but we want ours much thicker than that. So we're going to fix that up in just a few more minutes. so I've turned my heat back up. While we are bringing it back up to a boil now, simmered another 5 minutes. This is masa corn flour, or corn masa flour, all right? This is what we're going to use to thicken our chili to our desired consistency. Now, you can put as much or as little of this as you want in it, but please don't skip it. We're just gonna add water to this to make a slurry, all right? Just wanna make it pourable, okay? Once it's pourable and our pot is back up to a rolling boil, I'm going to actually temper this by putting a little of our broth from the chili into the masa flour. That's going to make it so that if you've ever tried to thicken something up and you poured flour into a hot pan and it kind of seizes up on you or it turns lumpy, that's because you've got those two different temperatures hitting each other. So if you don't want that to happen, you need to temper whatever it is you're pouring in there. And by that, you just take some of your hot liquid and mix it in with this, and that'll keep that from happening. Okay, so that's kind of pourable. It's going to be a little bit more pourable after I actually temper it. You can always add more water, but you can't take it out. Okay, so we are kind of boiling now. So I'm just gonna take some, just get some of the broth. You don't need any of the ingredients if you can keep from putting them in there, and pour that in there. Just a couple of spoonfuls to start with. Again, you can add more, but you can't take it out. Go ahead and stir that in. You're warming it up. Could you have used warm water? Yes, you could have used warm water or hot water, but your masa flour turns liquid better in cold. So you want to use the cold water to turn it liquid and then heat it up. Can you heat it up in something like the microwave or something? You can, but I find that tempering it with the ingredients works better, okay? Then we will pour this in, and as you pour it in, you want to start stirring immediately and continue to stir until it's all well combined, okay? That's good enough, and as you can see, it's much more pourable now. I'm going to go ahead and get this in while it's at a rolling boil. You see what I'm doing? I'm stirring right where I'm pouring, mixing that in as I go. Okay? Keep mixing it in. There you go. Keep stirring, keep stirring. And you see there's nothing that lumped up. You don't have any white lumps in there or anything at all, right? Now it'll thicken up some more, and of course, as it cools, it'll thicken even more. Now I'm going to reduce the heat and let it start to simmer again. Okay, now we're just going to let this simmer here. It's going to taper down some on these bubbles from boiling. Again, I have electric stove, so it takes a little longer. So I'm going to continue to stir while this one reduces its heat some. Okay, so we are all done. Doesn't this look amazing? Look how nice and chunky that is. Oh my goodness. Oh, delicious, delicious, delicious. And it smells amazing. And as I mentioned, if you want to use chicken breast, by all means, go ahead and use the chicken breast. I am adding a dollop or two of sour cream. Some cheddar cheese, and a few scallions. Remember, you can use the fiery hot seasoning, or you can use the classic seasoning. Look at that, look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me today here in my kitchen. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you are not subscribed, take a second to subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. Returning subscribers, thank you so much. And channel members, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Whoo, y'all know it's time for a taste test. Y'all know this is hot. Need a little of the cheese in there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't wiggle too much because I got a hot bowl in my hand. But this is amazing. You can use the fiery hot, you can use the classic, or you can use the no salt. But it is amazing. Oh my goodness. Do not skip the unsweetened cocoa powder. Do not skip the mess of flour. Makes all the difference in the world. And I will see you all next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Bye-bye. Bye.